And we are live. Everyone, I'd like to thank you, Al, for coming out and tapping into Wizzo Talk. I appreciate it. Like to thank all of my subscribers. I appreciate your support and all the future subscribers. Also, just hit the like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. I'm also on Spotify, so if you don't want to watch it on YouTube, you can also find Wizzo Talk on Spotify. I appreciate your support. We're going to meet our guest, and then we're going to get right on off into it. Let my guest do her own intro, because I don't want to mess anything up. So come on with it.
Hello, my name is Latanya Jones, and I am a life insurance agent. I help families make, protect, and save income in their legacies. That's what I'm here for.
All right, all right. Well, I want to thank you, Al. Thank you for coming on out. You have been a guest on Wizzo Talk for many a times, and seems like every time I send
Yes.
out the call, and you answer the call. So I appreciate you for all your time and support. So I'm not. This podcast is not monetized. I'm not making shit, so I can't pay shit. But I appreciate you for coming on here and taking the time out. So for right now, I'm going to go off into my first little research that I've done, and then I'm just let you go ahead and explain because you're a trusted life insurance broker protecting what matters. And so I'm going to read one of my little researches, and then after that, I'm going to turn it on over to you to share with the world about why they need life insurance and how it can benefit them, and so forth and so on. So, according
Okay.
to my little research, my little Google search, it just says over the past 12 years, there has been a decrease in overall life insurance ownership from 63% in 2011. About 100 million Americans are without life insurance. And then just to add to that, from my podcast from about a few days ago, one of the guys commented, one of my guests commented and said, you know, stop all this GoFundMe stuff and y'all get y'all some life insurance. So what I like to do now is just turn it over to you and let you just talk about some of the important things about life insurance, some of the benefits, and just whatever it is you want to share with the world.
All right. Thank you. As I want to say thank you once again for allowing me back on your podcast. I have fun every time I come here, and I get to learn from the people you do have here. So that's why I do like coming because the atmosphere is amazing. I like being here. So that is true. There has been a decline over the years as far as people having life insurance because nobody is passing down the information as far as this is why we need it to take care of things, and everybody wants to wants a quick dollar. Everybody wants a quick dollar. So they're thinking that, okay, if I do a GoFundMe, um, that'll help me. The thing about the GoFundMe is going to help that need. People don't understand that life insurance can not only help bury your loved ones, but it can also protect the legacy that that loved one has left behind by providing the income for those people, for your loved ones. How many times have you seen a person that has passed away who was a breadwinner in the family? Okay, they taking care of the whole family. They pass away. The family has lost the homes, their childhood home. They have lost the car and the things like that because that person's income is no longer coming in to take care of that family. Life insurance not only covers the income, it covers your assets and things like that if properly structured. That's why I am a life insurance agent. This is what I do because I've seen it firsthand. My story is my grandmother and my grandfather, they believed in life insurance. I mean, my grandmother was one of those people. When she passed away, she had six different life insurance policies. Okay. She was able to, yes, she was able to leave behind. She had three children. Each one of those children were able to get $100,000 from that, from her life insurance policy after they took care of the their burial and things like that. So my parents were able to pay off my childhood home. They were able to pay off my home and things like that. So we just paid taxes on the home every year. We didn't have to lose the home when my parents passed away because my grandmother, years before, sowed that seed. So a lot of people don't understand that now it doesn't take six life insurance policies, but she didn't have anybody who was coming to her telling her, hey, Miss Wilson, if you just really just get this one policy and pay this amount per month, you can leave this behind to your children.
Mhm.
You can leave this behind to your children so it can not only protect you as far as having your burial, but it can also protect your legacy. We still have the home that she had, that her and my grandfather had. That was paid off when he passed away because he knew how life insurance worked. The reason why it's a lot of people are not getting life insurance now is because we have that disconnect. Nobody is teaching us anymore.
Mhm.
Nobody is teaching people anymore. And really, to be honest, we're teaching people to go to work, invest in everything that they have in work, and make
Mhm.
that work for you. But the thing about it is, when you leave that job or something happens to you, guess what? Those benefits stop.
Yeah.
Those benefits stop and everything else. So, like people say, oh, I have my life insurance policy through my job. Okay, cool. You have your life insurance policy through your job. If something happens to you outside of work, now this is not for everybody's job. Majority of people, if something happens to you outside of work and it's not job related, and you happen to pass away, guess what? They do not have to pay out that policy to your family.
Mhm.
They do not have to pay out that policy to your family. If something happens to you on your job and you didn't sign up for short term disability or anything like that, guess what? That group policy that you have through your job does not have living benefits. That's another benefit of having life insurance is living benefits. That helps in the case that something happens to you where you can no longer work
Mhm.
or things you get a terminal illness or something like that. Your life insurance policy, if you own it, will cut you a check. But you have to
Mhm.
be approved for those benefits as well. I don't want to come on here and give misinformation saying that when you sign up for your own private life insurance policy that you are entitled to those benefits because you do have to be approved for those.
Right.
So I would just say we're no longer being taught.
Mhm.
We're no longer being taught. Like my mother didn't sit me down and say, Tanya, I need you to get this. I need you to make sure you have your own life insurance policy. I need you to make sure, you structure it this way or structure it that way. My
Mhm.
mother told me if you want stuff in life, you got to go and work for it. So I
Right.
knew how to work and make money. I just didn't know how to invest it and make my money work for me.
Right. Right. And just to add on that, I've taught my kids about life insurance. So all of them, my two youngest kids has life
Hmm.
insurance, but my oldest one, he's I don't know, he's something differently or special. But my youngest two,
Yes.
they have a policy on the side outside of work, and
Hmm.
they're looking to, well, my son is in Iowa and he's
Hmm.
looking to I guess increase it or something now since he's a homeowner and stuff like that. So he's
Yes.
looking probably to change the value of it or something like that. So
Hmm.
but
And that's
I agree with
yeah. That is true. And it's awesome that you say that because life insurance, one policy does not fit everybody's lifestyle. And a lot of people think that life insurance is really expensive. It's not. You can start off with a term policy. Of course, it's a term, so mean the longest you can have a term is up to 30 years. After that, you have to reapply for life insurance, or you can get a whole life policy. A whole life
you.
policy is just what it is. You have it until you expire. So, but if a person is just starting off in life and they just want to have that coverage, just in case something happens to them, or even if they need the living benefits in case something may happen to them, start off
Right.
with the term policy. A term policy for a young person, it can be between $20 to $30, $20 to $30 a month. I mean, you people waste that on going out to eat.
Oh, easy. Yeah, they leave that in tips over a course of time for them going out to eat. They've been and spent that out.
Yeah.
But let me just put it in reverse just for a second, because
Hmm.
knowing you, I know that this wasn't your first job, but just to let me know
Hmm.
why, or let everyone know why you got off into life insurance. You know.
Okay. Well, what got me into life insurance was I would say back in 2019, my father passed away. He was a police officer for 20 years with his I don't want to say with who, but he was with a police officer for 20 years, and he had a life insurance policy through his job. Well, his job kept on saying that in order for them to pay out the policy, we had to wait 30 days. We had to wait 30 days, meaning that you have to wait 30 days in the state of Texas to get a death certificate. So
Yeah.
if he didn't have that death certificate, every time I called, I don't care, I'm telling them what's going on for like 3 weeks. I was calling disgruntled, emotional because I'm trying to get my dad buried. It so happened he had his own personal policy. His own personal policy. I called them 2 days later. They cut the check to the funeral home, and we were able to have my father's funeral. The reason why this hit so close to home for me is it was like this man worked for 20 something years for this, for his department. He put in the work and things like that.
Hmm.
And when it came down to take care of him, the insurance policy, they didn't care that he put in 20 years. They didn't care that his family was hurting. They had certain guidelines they had to stick to, which I understand, and it was 30 days. So my thing is this: we have a lot of people who are hard-working people. Hard-working people. They go to work every day. They pay their dues. They do everything they're supposed to do. But if something happens to them, they have to go through all this red tape if they go through their work benefits. But if you have your own personal policy, you don't have to do all that.
Right.
You really do not have to do all that. That's one thing that really hit home for me. I had a childhood friend I had been knowing for years, and I would see him, post things about life insurance. And I was getting ready to go to Mexico, and from a little girl's trip, I was going to go to Mexico, and he hit me up. I was like, look, I don't mean to be one of those people, but I'm finna go to vacation. So I'm not even finna entertain you right now. I'm gonna be honest.
Right.
But when I come back, I'm gonna call you. So I came back and I called them. And I got to sit down and see how life insurance really helps families. It protects their legacies. It protects even you if something happens to you. I didn't know about all that. I didn't know about living benefits. I didn't know that you could if you had like an IUL or a whole life policy, that you can really invest into your policies and pull money out of those policies. Say if you wanted to upgrade your home, you wanted to buy a car for your child, their first child, your child's first car, you wanted to help them with the semester of school. I didn't know nothing about that. All I knew
Right.
was make sure you pay your policy every month. So if something happened to you, we can bury you. That was it. And then I
Yeah.
didn't know the lucrative side of it, that you can make this a business by helping families.
Hmm.
You can make this a real business and make,
Hmm.
look, everybody's not made out to be an entrepreneur. I understand that. But I hear this from my mentor, Crystal Walker, all the time. Everybody's not meant to be a mentor. I mean, not a mentor. Everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur, but everybody is meant to have their own business.
Yes.
Everybody should have their own business, even if it's on the side.
Right.
Everybody should have something that's bringing you extra money in. That one, you can, if you decide to, go into a full time, you have something to step into. Or two, you can pass it down to your children. Because a
Right.
lot of us, we're working these jobs. We're doing. A lot of us are going to school. Oh my goodness, a lot of
Yeah.
us are going to school, and it's crazy, Wizzo, that a lot of us have went to school, and what they're offering us when we leave school is nothing compared to what we paid to get that degree.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then a
Yeah.
lot of people are not
Exactly.
even working in their field. I'm not going against school either, but I'm just
Mhm.
saying
Yeah.
sometimes, hey,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being honest. I never thought that I would be here trying to help families to get them to understand how life insurance is. But when you
Right.
have something hit your home and it hits real hard,
Yeah.
and you seen how hard that person worked throughout the years taking care of you, it's like I'll be darned if I let somebody else go through this.
Hmm.
Because we don't
Yeah.
go through things just to have something to say, oh, woe is me. A lot of us go through things so we can help other people avoid those things.
Hmm.
So that's why I got into it. I really do want to help families. I want to free families. And I really want to bring this product to a lot of the Black and brown people. Because a lot of us, we don't have life insurance. We're the main ones asking for GoFundMe's.
Hmm.
We're the
Yep.
main ones asking for GoFundMe's. And it's really heartbreaking. And it's kind of sad when you see them ask for one amount. And you can actually go to the GoFundMe and, click in there and see
Yeah.
what the amount was saved. And sometimes those people are getting no more than $50 or $60.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And they needed
And
more than that.
exactly. And people, you was talking about people, how not understanding the benefits and all of the benefits of having a life insurance policy. There's more to it than that. I mean, you like you said, you can wind up even having it can pay for your childcare. I mean, you can pay for some of anything. I had it in my notes, but shit, I forgot where I had it at. But you know,
Not this child care. It can pay for a lot of people, they like to go into business and things like that.
Mhm.
If you can get, let me say this, if you can structure your IUL, properly structure it, you will have to sit down with a person, with like myself or one of my mentors. We can sit down with you and properly structure your IUL for what you want this to do for your business. A lot of people don't understand that a lot of these millionaires and billionaires, they did not use their personal money to
Right.
fund their businesses. They use their life insurance.
Mhm.
They
I've
use their
heard
life
that.
insurance.
I've heard
They
that.
use
Yeah.
their life insurance. And because one thing about it is a index IUL, say you want to take out $100,000 out of your, a humble $100,000 out of your index IUL. You are still receiving interest on that
Mhm.
$100,000 that you've taken out. If you
Mm.
go to your bank account and you take out $100,000, but you're still paying into that bank account, you're not getting interest on that $100,000. You get interest on what you're putting into it.
Mhm.
So when I
Yes.
say that, I mean this is how the wealthy stay wealthy. Okay, because one thing about it is you can use your life insurance to pay off your assets, and that way your
Mhm.
family gets to have those assets and
Right.
they don't have to worry about how we're going to take care of it or anything like that. They get to have those assets
Mhm.
to go with
Right.
your life insurance.
Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you, it's been years ago that I looked into selling life insurance. And I also
Mhm.
mentioned it to my oldest son. And he said, "Man, Daddy, I don't want to be going no door to door. You don't have to do that nowadays. The
No.
internet is here. You can put, TikTok, there's YouTube, there's this, there's that. There's other ways about reaching people that you don't have to go door to door like they did back in the day. And
Mm-mm.
also there talk to me about, because I think there's an exam, but from what when I originally got ready to take the insurance exam test, it had changed. I think they had healthcare or something like that in it. But now you have to have pass an exam to become a licensed agent, correct?
Yes, you do have to pass the exam in your state. You have
In
to
your
pass the
state.
exam, and you also have to do your I'm sorry, it's continuing education. You have to do that. You have to have your continuing education. You have to do a background check.
Okay.
And this the background check is mainly because in the state of Texas, of course, you can do certain things and some things you can't. It all depends on what you have in your background.
Right.
And if you can pass your background check, you got to get fingerprinted, pass your background check, pass your state exam, and do your continuing education. You can be a life insurance agent.
Right.
You
Right.
can
That's
be a
what's
life
up.
insurance agent.
Now the
But there's more
continuing.
than that too.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
No,
go ahead.
the continuing education is more just to keep you up on what things going on in the life insurance industry, like the different things that are going on. This is like anything else that you will go to the state of Texas to get your license for, because a lot of things that you do get your license for in the state of Texas, you do have to have a continuing education.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's just like a couple hours that you take online. That's about it.
Okay. Okay.
But there are two types of insurance companies to work for. There's captive and there's non-captive. So usually the captive is based, I want to say, I know non-captive is basically you get to keep your book of sales. What this means, when you hear about the residual income, the
Mhm.
residual income is from your book of sales, meaning when you have sold that life insurance policy, every so often, as long as
Mhm.
that person has that policy and they're still paying on that policy, you still get paid for that policy being in place. The insurance
Okay.
company will pay you for that good business. Now, you still get it with a captive company, but you don't get to keep your book of sales. So you don't get that residual income. You just get the regular income from selling that policy. Whatever it is that you talk to them about your percentages. I'm not going to go into all that, but
Right.
whatever your
Right.
percentages is with that company, that's what you get, and then that's it. And they make the residual income off of yourself,
Right.
your
Right.
business with that person.
Right. Exactly. I
So,
was with I can't think of their name. I want to say Capital One Investments or something, but I can't
mhm.
remember who it was. But it was years ago. I went to a seminar. It's called seminar because I see you guys be
Hmm.
having training or seminars and stuff like that. So I went to one,
Man,
and
we
this
are the
one
best at it
lady,
too. But go ahead.
yeah, this one lady talked about she used to work for here in Temple for the Wilson Art, and that was a big
Hmm.
company back in the day and all, big warehouse. And she had said she started doing this life insurance, and she said once she doubles her money or her income that she was working for at Wilson Art, she was going to quit. I think with after a year and a half, she had doubled her insurance, her money,
Hmm.
and she wound up quitting. And so that's what she done full time. So it's plenty money to be made in this, and you don't have to punch no clock
No.
and work it like that or whatever. You can just meet
Mm-mm.
and greet with people, go to these seminars, have a dinner, and I'm sure some of that is a write off and stuff like that. Is that right?
Well, okay. So I'm with a company called PHP. We're people helping people. It was founded by Patrick Bet David. And we've been around for about, I would say, maybe 19, 20 years now. And he came from the financial services industry, so he knew how things worked. But he really drives and drove basically how to be financially free with life insurance. A
Mhm,
lot of people
mhm.
did not understand that being financially free with life insurance. We have different seminars and things like that where we learn about products and stuff like that, but that's an investment. I always say, don't say that you have to pay to go to a seminar. Say, I'm investing in this seminar because
Exactly.
whenever I invest into this seminar, guess what? I'm bringing this stuff back home and it's helping me better in my business. So
Right.
I never look at it as something I have to pay. I always look at it as it being an investment because we invest in ourselves. Anything that you want to know more of, a person want to know more of, they invest in it. They don't mind paying that money to invest in it,
Right.
and it makes this makes you better. So if you gotta go invest in the dinner, you'll sit down and talk with some people. Go and invest in
Yeah.
that dinner because you need to
And
be in rooms where people who have they're doing better in the business because that's how you learn to be. Like they say, iron sharpens iron. That's how you learn to be better and get their tips and what to do, what not to do, and things like that. So.
right,
Mhm.
exactly. And it's something how people they will plan for just about everything and prepare for this and prepare for that, but life insurance. They
That's
will
right.
not purchase any life insurance.
Mm-mm.
And some of them will probably say, well, or I'm gonna ask you, well, what do we say to this person that says, well, I'm gonna be dead and gone. So why I have to worry about life insurance? What would you say to a person that says something like that? I'm gonna be dead and gone. So why I gotta worry about life insurance? I think I know where you're gonna go with it, but I'm gonna see what you're gonna
Mhm.
say.
Like, just, sir or ma'am, yes, you are going to be dead and gone. You are going to be dead and gone. And no, you're not going to have to worry about it. So you're going to leave that burden to your family. So you're going to leave that burden to your family. So basically, what you're saying right now is before you even leave your family, excuse my mouth, you're already shitting on them.
Yeah.
You're already shitting on them. You're already telling them right now how you feel about them.
Mhm.
Because even if you just had enough just to, cremate you, that's at least saying that you have some type of love for your family. So basically,
Exactly.
you saying that you don't care that your family has to come together to take care of you because that's one thing a lot of people don't understand is you can't count nobody else's pockets.
Right.
You cannot count somebody else's pockets, and the person who you think have got it all and got everything going on, they already taking care of a lot of things as it is. Now they got to take care of you too.
Mhm.
So if that's how you feel, I totally understand. But
Mhm.
I would strongly advise you to get a
Yeah.
policy. So which day
Yes.
works for you?
Yeah.
Tuesday or Wednesday? Which day works for you? So you can go ahead and get that started.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
you just give them a nice little challenge. So basically, you're telling me that you don't care about your family.
Mhm.
That's what you tell them, especially when they're being a smart butt. I don't mind. Oh, so you don't care about your family?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying? Because when you say stuff like that, you saying you don't mind taking food out of your family's mouth to help take care of you because you're no longer here and you're not worried about it anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. Most definitely.
So.
Exactly. Let me ask you this. Um, how do you think we can get more people to see the benefits of having life insurance policy and to get them to purchasing life insurance? Because, like I said in the beginning, it's down 63% since 2011. Over 100 million Americans don't have life insurance. So how can
Mhm.
what do you how you think we can get them to understand the importance of it? You know.
You have to get out there and talk to people. Basically, that's why we're here. I didn't get licensed just to say, I'm a secret agent. Yeah, I have a license, but I'm a secret agent. I'm not speaking to people. You really have to get out there and talk to people. You really have to get out there and post your content about what you do and things like that, because you don't know who's going to be up in the middle of the night. They might not talk to you in HEB or Walmart, but somebody may be scrolling one night and be like, you know what, this is something I need. This is something that need they can get in contact. You just have to keep on pushing the information out there. And then also here in Killeen, Texas, what we do, like I said, we're PHP, people helping people, but I also,
Mhm.
the company that we also work with is New Modern Wealth. They're a part of PHP. And we offer free seminars every Tuesday and every Saturday. Every Tuesday at
Mhm.
7:30 and every Saturday at 10 a.m. So we're here and we're giving out the information. So it's no excuse. It's just that you just have to keep on putting it out there.
Yeah.
Keep on putting it out there. That's the best thing to do. Keep on talking to people. Keep on posting your content. Keep on talking to your loved ones. Keep on following up with your friends. I don't care if they, say, dang, every time Tanya talks to me, she's always talking about life insurance. But I
Mhm.
also know what you have either been through,
Mhm.
and I don't want you to have to suffer through that again. Because a lot of people, they have family members that pass away here, and they got to ship them off to another place
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
that was their wish. I want to be buried in my home country. Well, guess
Mhm.
what? Do you want to be without maybe I say 50, maybe 50 to $100 a month, or would you want to have to come up with $10,000 right then and there on the spot between maybe two people in your family that are able to come together and put that money together?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Most definitely.
So you just have to just I mean, it may seem like you getting on people's nerves, but I'd rather get on your nerves than to have to see another GoFundMe that's not going to be fulfilled,
Exactly.
or see a
You right
GoFundMe
about that.
that's not going to protect your legacy. So keep on putting your information out there. You got to keep on pushing it, pushing it. I want to
Exactly.
keep on pushing my information about life insurance to where they see me and be like, "Oh Lord, here comes the life insurance lady. Hey, how you doing?"
Mhm. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And what you say that it is I don't know if I want to say cheaper, but better to get a policy while you're younger than if you're older because
Yes,
some I
yes.
think some medications, depending on the policy you might try to write, will you won't qualify for insurance. So if you get it while you're younger, then you in there and you locked in at that rate or whatever. So I dropped my damn pen.
It's okay.
So you
What
say it's
people need
better.
to understand is this: life insurance is a privilege that everybody and everyone unfortunately does not get to take a part in. If you can take a part in getting a whole life policy when you're younger and locking in that price, you don't have to worry about when you get older and something's happened to you because you signed up for this policy years ago. And that policy is still going to take care of you. They're not going to come back like most. One thing I can say about the families that I mean the products that we work for, I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for nobody else. We
Right.
work with over 30 reputable, really good companies. I cannot sit up here and speak for nobody else. I'm just going to speak for the companies that I work with. We do have some companies that do work with people who have health issues, who have issues with undiagnosed glaucoma. Those people they like to treat their undiagnosed glaucoma. Them people. We have we even have some life insurance companies that even work with felons.
Mm.
So they're out there, but it's best to get it when you're younger because when you get older or you happen to come into um, a sickness or something like that, I'm not saying that you can't get covered, but I will
Right.
let you know it's not going to be at the rate that you were when you were 20 something years old.
Yeah. So it's
And
best
the
to get it
older,
life insurance while you're
hmm
younger. Yes.
and then you do have some life insurance policies that will cover you if you do have an illness or anything like that, or if you don't want to take, if you know that you have certain things going on, only thing I can say is if you do have like an active cancer thing, it's a no.
Right.
It's a no. I will be honest, but there are some conditions that if you do have those things, they don't require certain medical checks. You just have to be very forthtelling and very honest when you are applying for life insurance. That's all I'm gonna say. Just be honest.
Yes, exactly. Talking about the importance of having life insurance, you guys. Anyone that's watching. So I'm gonna ask you this about a post that I saw on your page that you shared,
Mhm.
and you can relate to it. It's what's the biggest scam in life? The average retirement age is 65 years old, but the average life expectancy is 78 years old. If you start working at 20 years old, you have 45 years for only 13 years of retirement. You talk to me
Mhm.
about that.
Okay. The biggest scam is working the 9 to 5 and working until you're 60. And most people they work to their 60s, and that's the life expectancy is 78. So you telling me you only have 18 good years left? No, excuse me. Yeah, 18 good years to enjoy my life when I'm older.
Mhm.
18 good years, and I worked until I was 60,
You were
making sure
60.
the
Yeah.
kids were taken care of, making sure that they had things, and I only have this set amount of time. That's the biggest scam ever. That is the biggest scam ever because now you can, I'm just going to be honest, I've seen people within the company that I work for, they're millionaires. They started
Mhm.
off when they were 20 years old and
Mhm.
they're in their 30s and their 40s and they are millionaires, meaning they're living out their life now.
Right.
They're living off, they're not waiting until they're 65 to take their first vacation. They're not waiting until they're 70 to get their family together and do things. They're doing things for their family now because they made sacrifices when they were
Mhm.
younger. And I'm being
Exactly.
honest, being an entrepreneur and getting your things together like that as far as with life insurance, it's going to be a sacrifice. It's going to be a sacrifice because this is something that people, well, so this is something, I'm going to be honest. A lot of us
Yeah.
a lot of us are hard headed, stiff necked, don't want to listen. When I
Yeah.
always talk about the white man this, the white man that, and we are our own biggest enemy because we do not want to listen to knowledge.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't want to listen to knowledge. We don't want to listen to things that are going to make us better because we may have to put this down for a season. We may have to stop talking to these people for a season. We may have to just, just focus on a certain thing just to pay a life insurance policy. So
Exactly.
you want to be able to go to the corner store. You want to be able to go to the club. You want to be able to go to buy your favorite dress or whatever it is online or your favorite wig. Like I ain't gonna
Mhm.
even get into that. You want to pay $400 for a wig? $400 for a wig,
Mhm. Yeah. That's
okay? For a
crazy.
wig, but you
Yeah.
can't spend up to $100 a month for a policy.
Yeah.
But you'll spend that $400 on Easy Pay for a wig.
Yeah. Yeah. And not only that, on the wig, you got the guys that probably own two or three cars, and they paying the insurance on them, and they got this Lexus, and they got this, and they got that, or whatever. Don't have no life insurance, and have about 4 or 5 kids. So when they expire, what's left
And
for
I
the
got a
kids?
question with though, how your car got insurance on it, but you don't?
Yeah.
How your
Yeah.
car got insurance on it, but you don't?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Make it make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
And don't
I
get
know
me
it.
started on the military people with that $400,000 policy they get, which is a term policy, don't have no life, no living benefits or nothing. And the older you get, so you can still keep that $400,000, the more you're paying as you get older. For
Mhm.
$400,000, when you could have got that when you were 20 something years old for maybe a
Mhm.
hundred and something dollars a month, and just would have been paying that hundred and some dollars a month until you came on up out of here. And it would have had, if you, since you were young and didn't have anything wrong with you, you might have been able to qualify for living benefits. But you know what?
I
Yeah.
already know it. Well, let me ask you this here, just flip the script a little bit. I don't know what you got in that cup though, but anyway, we gonna leave that alone though. I will stay in my lane, but that cup you sipping on kind of rubber.
It's lemonade. It's lemonade. It's a mango
Whatever,
lemonade. It's mango
whatever,
lemonade.
whatever you
I'm a
say.
professional.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this here. So I want to talk to you about the exam that you have to take. Like,
Yes.
what did you have to pay? Was there a fee? What what score did you have? There was a certain score, passing score.
Okay.
What was the study? What is that process? In case someone's out there listening that want to get off into the life insurance agent business. So talk to me about that.
Great. So to work with my company, you have to invest $199 for your software. and then you pay $30 for your study material. So altogether, you're looking at paying about $230 to get started. For your software, that gives you access to all of the insurance carriers that we work with. You get access to that. Then you get your study material, and we do help you study for your material. Now, for the license, it was for I think between $40 and $45. And you have to you can either do a proctor exam at home, or you can go up here to CTC. If you're here in Killeen, you can go up here to CTC and you can get it that way. You can take your exam that way. You have to have at least a 70, at least a
Okay.
70 to pass. You have to have at
Okay.
least a 70 to pass. You keep that after you pass, you get your you pay for your fingerprints and your background check. And then after all that comes back, you go ahead and pay for your license. And I do believe the license was maybe between 50 or $60. And then you pay for your continuing education. So altogether, you invest in yourself. It's about between $400 to invest in yourself.
Mhm.
But when I tell you the return that you can receive from that is more than that.
Exactly.
It's
Oh yeah.
more than that.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
to me it was a small investment. It was a
Right.
small investment of maybe 400 and something dollars, but when I tell you the return on that has been much more. So yeah.
Right. So let me ask you this on this. So if I go and I take the test, I pay to take the test, and
hmm
I fail, I make a. You have to make a 7. Let's say I make a 65. So
hmm
do I have to repay again? If so, how much do I have to
Yes.
repay to take the test?
The repay to take the test is another $45. That's why we
Okay.
give you the study material for you to study. We show you we basically show you what's to study and what
Okay.
to look for because the study material we give you is actually gives you a mock test.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah, it gives you a mock test. So we get you help you get prepared for taking your state exam. We just don't say, okay, here you go, and you're on your
Right.
own. No, we actually help you with studying. If you have questions, we help you with that too. So most of the people who do, I mean, you have had a couple people who may have had to take their exam a couple times. It's
Right.
fine. Don't get discouraged and don't feel like, oh, this is not for me. We have a
Right.
lady, her name is Cindy Kobos, and she's making bank. And she had to take
Oh
her
yeah.
exam about three
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
woman is making bank in this company. So don't let that discourage you. I passed mine barely. When I say barely, barely. 70.
But you
You know, I got
passed.
that 70. Okay. I got that 70. So I got it, you know.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Well, okay. So you can take it multiple times.
So
So if I'm on, so since this other lady didn't have taken it 3 times, if I have to take it 5, as long as I keep paying my 45, I can take it.
you can take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can take your exam. And one thing
Oh,
I can say too, this is the great thing about being a life insurance agent. You do not have to retake your exam. Say if you want to
good.
sell life insurance in another state, the only thing you have to do is pay for your licensing fees. So you can be licensed more than one state.
Right. Okay. Good.
All you have to do is
Outstanding.
just pay for your licensing fees. So yep, that's it. That's a great
Okay.
thing. You don't have to wait. Like within my company, um, 'cause I just found out that most places here, I think in Texas, you have to wait at least 5 years to be I want to say a real estate broker. You don't
Mhm.
have to wait 5 years to be a broker within our company.
Okay. That's what's
So
up.
yeah,
That's good. So get on out there and take that test. I'm telling you, I was looking
yeah.
into it, and now I think it's changed because you guys don't have to worry about the health part of it. It's just dealing with the life insurance part of it, correct, or something like that.
You do okay. So you do have some questions on there about health. I'm not going to tell you no tales. You do have some questions on there about health because it is a health and life license.
Okay.
It's best to do it that way to have the health and life license. And yeah, but you do have some questions on there, but they're mainly about life insurance.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, that's what's up. So get out there because I know that they're making bank doing that in the entrepreneur and you set your own hours. You can have a Zoom with someone and probably you know I don't know if you can docu sign them a policy or whatever, but say if I signed up for life insurance right now, or come over to talk with you, you'll sit down and probably ask me what what are my needs, or what would
Well,
you ask me?
what we do, and the great thing I like about what we do is we give you a presentation. We show you all the products that we have. So
Okay.
it's kind of like we show you what we do have. We go through a short 30-minute presentation with you, and we let you decide at the end what you need. Because a lot of people come in there thinking they want one thing until they see everything is out on the table. When they see the presentation, it's like, you know what, I was wanting this, but I think I want that right there because this one right here fits my need. So this is what we do. And they say, oh, so you're like a middleman. I'm like this. I'm the person that's going to help you not have a headache from calling the life insurance people yourself and speaking to different people every time you call. I'm your life insurance agent for the rest of your life.
Right.
Basically, you have me for life. As long as you have that policy, you have access to me, and I call the people on your behalf. Because how many times have you just called maybe like an electric company or a bill company, and you never speak to the same person? One thing
Yeah.
about working with me, you can come to me and be like, you know what, Tanya, I want to up my thing. I want to do this. Okay, well, let's go over and see what has changed. You come and you deal with me, and I deal with them on your behalf. So that way you
Okay.
don't have to have that headache or anything. And it really does build a rapport and a good relationship with your clients because they feel, they have that safety of dealing with you.
Right. All right,
So,
that's what's up.
mhm.
So to my viewers that's watching right now, if you have any questions or comments for the life insurance agent, or if you don't have any insurance or whatever, type them up in the comments and I'll share them on the screen and she'll be able to answer your questions for you. So if you're watching and you have a question, please by all means type it in the comments and we will get those questions answered for you. So I'm going to ask you this right here. This is another one of your posts that I've seen, and we just talked almost about this just then. Life
Mhm.
insurance is not a one type fits everyone. It can
That's
be
right.
customized to fit your needs. So, and we would just kind of own that right there to
Mhm.
where you can customize it for whatever you need.
Exactly. Say you're an entrepreneur and this is your first time having your own business. You don't have workman's comp or anything like that.
Mhm.
Get a term policy. A term policy, if approved, you can get the living benefits. You can also get enough for that term policy for it to cover your business in the event that something does happen to you. That way, your business can still be running.
Right.
You can get say, of course, if you have children. Now, children cannot get term policies until they're 18 years old. That is illegal. They can get children policies. Say you wanted your child to be covered and you want to actually build a little cash value for them. You can either get a whole life policy or you can get an IUL for them. The IUL, you'll be able to structure it in a certain way to where at a certain time they'll be able to pull out money. And the whole life policy, when you pay on some of them, not all of them, on when you pay your premium every month, you're um, getting a certain percentage put into your cash value for that child. And they have that policy until they're no longer here. So
Right.
you have that. Then also you have people. I didn't know this either. You have what we call annuities. Annuities are for it's like basically if you had a IUL policy and you
Mhm.
had a 401k and they had a little baby, that would be your annuity. So basically, you can invest into your annuity for your retirement. It's connected to the stock market, but if anything happens in the stock market, your money is protected if you get an index IUL. If you get an index IUL, that money is protected. So let me explain it to you like this.
Okay.
Say you have a good year. You're having a good year in the stock market. You're making money, money, money. Then out of nowhere, like this happened like not too long ago when we took a hit in the stock market and a lot of people lost money. We have what we call the power of zero. So instead of you losing money, your money is still kept here. You're not gaining it, but you're not losing it either. So your money
Right.
is protected. So if you would have put that into a regular 401k or a Roth IRA, that money would have taken a loss, and then you would have to build yourself back up to where you were
Mhm.
at. So it's still you still taking a loss because any two times you have to build back up, that means you have to build back up. You're not at the same place where you're at with the index IUL or index annuity, if that stock market takes a hit, guess what? Your money is safe right here, and you just continue to go up. You don't have to
Right.
worry about taking a loss on your money.
Right.
So that's what that's for as well. So, and then we have
Mhm.
final expenses. So final expenses are basically these are usually like I would say between 10,000 to a 50,000 up to $50,000 in coverage. A lot of people like these because these are the ones that only take maybe up to 72 hours to pay out. You don't have to have a medical exam to get one. And you also, they're also for people who are in between the ages of 40 to 85.
No.
So if they have issues, with life insurance, trying to get life approved for life insurance, a final expense, or you have a life insurance policy put in place, but you just want something that's going to pay out to take care of your burial services, to take care of, we never think about the final expenses of the funeral, family coming into town, paying for the hotels, paying for the flights, making sure, that they have food and things like that. They're able to get to the venue to, say their last goodbyes. So that's what
Right.
final expenses are for. So we have
Okay.
those different policies. That's what I say.
Exactly.
Everybody, I mean, is looking for something. It's not the same thing. It's not like, well, I'm gonna take this whole life policy and it may not be for me, or I'm gonna take this term policy and it may not be for me. So a person looking to invest in themselves, you're not gonna put your money in a term policy. You're gonna put it in either in an IUL or a whole life policy because that's
Right.
gonna give you money on your investment. But a person
Okay.
who's just looking for inexpensive coverage, you may not go for the IUL because it's a little expensive to have one. But that's the great privilege of being able to pay for that. You pay
Okay.
for that, pay for the IUL. So you're probably going to go with either a term policy or a final expense. So it just all
Right.
depends on what you're looking for.
Okay. And Ms. Moore just posted, can you have a term whole life policy at the same time? Wait a minute, I read that wrong. Can you have
Yes,
a term and whole life policy at the same time? I read it right.
yes, you can. Yes, you can. A lot of people they start off with a term policy, and then like your family is expanding and things like that. So you go and you get a whole life policy as well. You can have both of them at the same time. That is correct.
At the same time. That's correct. All righty. Well, that's what's up. Thank you, Ms. Moore, for tapping on in. I think you might know who that is. We've been over. She's been no, you wasn't on that podcast with her on that one. That was someone else that was on there. She's been on before. So I'm just read.
Oh,
Yeah, she's been on. She's been on Wizzo Talk before. She's pure romance
okay. Hi,
consultant.
Miss Moore.
So
Hey.
this is just some of my little research that I've done right here, talking about life insurance, and we've already talked about how it can be customized. But and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna read this off, and then you can just let me know if you can or cannot have any of these items right here. But it talked about supplementing retirement income, pay for long term care, funding college education, create an inheritance, equal inheritance. It's talking about charitable giving, and I'm assuming that this is talking about for after you pass on, your policy can be used for some of these. And we already talked about building cash value and pay estate taxes. So that's pretty
Yes.
much that you can do
So
some.
you can do all that. You can do all that with your life insurance policy. When it comes down to charitable giving, if you want to give your death benefit to a charity, then that's who you will put in the beneficiary
Mhm.
p- portion of your policy. So
Right.
when it comes down to all those things, that's what life insurance was really for.
Mhm.
We talk about people who are wealthy all the time. The Rothschilds, and what they did was they had IUL, and they also had a trust. But every person in the family had an IUL, and they would take out loans from that. Well, when one person would pass away, they would use the death benefit to pay back that loan. And guess what? That money continued to gain interest, interest, interest. So they never took a loss in their money, and that's why I mean they're at where they're at now by being one of the wealthiest families
Right.
that we know
So
of. So
people just really don't understand all. They just look at it and say, "Oh, just I just life insurance," but there's so much more to it if they would just take the time and sit down and just listen to what someone has to say. I mean,
just
there's so
sit down
many
and listen.
options that you can do with the policy and with the life insurance, and
And this
why
is
not have
what
it?
Yeah, and this is what we offer. That's why I say I'm gonna continue to do my same shameless plug of New Modern Wealth because this is what we do every Tuesday, and this is what we do every Saturday here in Killeen. Here in Killeen, Texas, we do this every Tuesday. We do this every Saturday. We give free information. A lot of people are charging people up to $100 to come and just to tell them about to tell them a portion about how to do things with life insurance, and they still don't know anything. Some people have come to our seminars or even made, come to some of the appointments that we give when we give that presentation, and they learned more within 30 minutes to an hour than they have ever did going to school, taking courses, or even like going to those seminars. They give you a little bit and make you pay a lot for it. And we give this information out for free because one
Right.
thing we're all about is educating. A lot of people are not educated. In
Right.
order for you to be able to be financially free, you have to first receive the education. So, and then go from there. So
And if we're
that's what I'm into.
right, and if we're down from 2011 to down 63%, whereas over 100 million Americans that don't have life insurance, I say there's someone that's not educated. But tell me about before I post this comment right here. You said on Tuesdays and Saturdays in Clean, but
Hmm.
where talk to the just in case someone out there listening that might want to attend this. So it's on Tuesdays and Saturdays, the time and the location, and this is a free event. You don't have to pay to come into this event.
Only thing we ask is that you RSVP. That's it. So we can, because our seating is limited. Our seating is very limited, and we just ask that you do RSVP. But let me go ahead and get the address for you. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
But it's every Tuesday and Saturday, and we give out free information on life insurance policies. Of course, we go through, what's happening, within the economy and things like that, how the economy has grown, how has it changed, and stuff. So, yeah. Hold on, give me
Right.
one moment.
Okay, that's part of not. I just got my little question ready. If I'd have probably had that out to you, then you probably already had it ready. But
No, no, it's okay. I have a flyer that I'm going to post. Matter of fact, let me do that now. I'm gonna go ahead and post this flyer because we do have one coming up on Saturday. But it has the let me see. Yep, I can just go to my and post it.
and
I put it in the
Miss,
comments.
I don't know while you're doing that. I'll see. Yeah, and then I'll put it up. Miss Moore just made another comment. Saying insurance is needed, which it definitely is needed. She says she have a policy on her son's father, even though we're not married, because he was not a
Mm-hmm.
assist. Yeah, yeah. So that's definitely definitely is needed life insurance and y'all to get more people into it and let them know that it's a lot more to it than just that you can do with the policy. It has a lot more availability
Exactly.
to it. You know. Can
Okay.
you see how to get it over there?
I'm gonna have to put it in the chat, and then if you can post it for me. Let me
Yeah,
see.
I'll put it as long as it's not in even if I don't yeah, even if it's just in the comments or in the chat, then I'll share it on the screen.
Okay. Should
It's
have
all
had
right, y'all.
computer.
Y'all just
This is in
it's
real
okay.
time, real time.
Yeah, they say this how it is when it's live and uncut. You just had them kind of things. So this is where they playing the
Matter of
music
fact,
in between time. Get the
matter of
viewers to
fact,
stay with us for a minute.
okay.
I just have a few more questions and then we'll let you wrap it on up about the insurance.
No, go ahead and ask your question. I can answer it where I'm looking for this. It's fine.
Right. Well, I think I've kind of asked this one. Why do you think people don't purchase life insurance? I mean, I kind of
Oh,
keep
they don't purchase it because they think it's expensive, or they don't,
yeah,
or a lot of people don't believe in it. To be honest with you, a lot of people don't believe in it. I met a lady. We do a thing where we call prospecting, and I met her. She was an older woman. That's the one she told me where my mother told me to invest in everything that my company has. Just invest in that and go from there. I have a 401k, I have this, or you have some people who believe in the power of the bank. And the only thing about believing in the bank is if you don't have a beneficiary on your bank account, that bank does not have to give that money to your family.
Nope.
even if
You
they have
sure
a
don't.
power of attorney.
Nope.
They do not have to give that money to your family at all.
Yeah, you have to list that. It kind of all goes back to just being uneducated, on it. I think a lot of you know, they just don't know all the benefits of life insurance out there. But they buying the
Mm-mm.
cars, the $400 wigs, the eyelash, eyebrows, and the guys are buying the
Exactly.
$400 shoes or whatever. They have kids and not knowing, hey, what happens if something happens to me?
Hmm.
What's going to be left for my kids? You know.
Exactly. And it's like it's so much more than that. And a lot of people don't know that, or the 401k. Um, a lot of people don't have a beneficiary on that one as well.
Right.
And so then you have to go to court and you have to get a lawyer. It's a drawn out process. And a lot of people now, if you do not have an estate already set up, it's very expensive to get an estate after the person has passed away. And the purpose of an estate is to basically take care of any debt that that person has had. So after the debt has been taken care of, you get whatever's left.
Right. Right.
And that's
And
kind of sad, but it is what it is, you know?
it is. And I'm not a big fan of a 401k. I think the 401k, it does a great match, with the company's matching. But the thing that ticked me off about them the most, they're free to spend your money however they want to. But if you happen to, even though it's for you to when you get ready to retire, but if you wind up needing something out of there, sometimes you got to jump through all kind of hoops and meet different qualifications just to get your money. Now, I'm not talking about the
Oh,
part that where they matching it. I'm talking about the part that you paid in. Sometimes you can't even get that part of that money, and I
yeah.
just,
Mm-mm.
I'd rather have probably an IUL or something over a 401. But
And the
that's just
thing
me.
that people don't know about the 401k either is the 401k is a tax write-off product for your company. So that's
Right.
why they can do anything that they want to because it's technically their money.
Right.
They're just
Exactly. So
matching you. Yeah, you're helping them pay their taxes.
yeah.
So,
And and you wind up, I think yep, and it can be penalized. Yep. So you wind up
hmm,
taking some out too soon, you got to pay the taxes on it now, and you got to pay the taxes
yep.
on it at the end. So, so I'm just not a big I'd rather have me a Roth IRA, and that way I can wind up it's already pre-tax, and then if I need something out of there, I can go and get it. So, but that's
Hmm.
just me.
Most definitely. But that's what
Yeah.
people don't understand. And when it comes down to financial freedom, a lot of people, the things that we've been given, they're not really for us. They're
Right.
to help the company that we work for,
Right.
or um, yeah, they're just not for us. I'm going to share this to your messenger. I cannot upload this. I
Uh-huh.
do have it though, and if you can just upload it from your messenger for me, let
Right.
me put that in there real quick.
And I don't know if you've experienced it, but there you wind up having some, and I just got to just say it just like it is. You'll wind up
Uh
having
huh.
some black people that won't even purchase from you, purchase from another person, a white person, so to speak, instead of purchasing
Let
from
me
you the same insurance.
the same insurance
Right.
because they be like, oh, I feel like I can trust them. I feel like
Yeah.
because to be honest, the financial services industry is predominantly white male. Things are changing
Right.
now. It's man, I'm telling you, when I go to these seminars, when I go to these events that we have, to see brown and black people in those settings is beautiful. It is
Yeah.
beautiful to see how many people who really want to be financially free, and we're changing it. And to be honest with you, most of the people in the company that I work for, they're women.
Mhm. Mm.
They are women. They are women changing their families' legacies. And the husbands, they see that their wives are doing things. They're like, wait a minute, I want to get on this too. So they end up, bringing the whole family together. So I think it's
Exactly.
amazing.
Yeah.
I think
Most
it's
definitely.
amazing. But
Yeah.
yes, for a long time, when you thought about life insurance, you thought about that old white man knocking on your mama or your grandma door, telling them,
Yep.
"Hey, Miss So and So or Mr. So and So, it's time to make that payment. It's time to
Yep.
make that payment. I need that payment for your life insurance." That's what
Yep.
we see. We don't see representation, and I
Yep.
don't know why. when we see representation within the Black community, oh, it's a scam.
Yeah.
It's a scam. It's not a
Mhm.
scam.
Nope.
It's not a scam. Just because it's in the dark a little hue doesn't mean it's a scam. It just means
Yep.
that some of us are finally have our eyes open and we're ready to help our families be financially free. And it's very
Exactly.
heartbreaking, but sometimes you just got to take it to the chin and keep on moving. Because
Yeah.
meant, the people out there who you are meant to help, they're going to listen to you.
Yeah.
They are going to
Exactly.
listen
Yep.
to you.
Yep.
So,
Exactly. So
okay.
that is what we like to do is get them to listening to us out there. So I was looking around to try to go on and post this up, but I myself is kind of new at it. I'm trying to find it. I
And
had
I'm like, what
already
in the
saved it,
world?
but I wind up probably having to add it to it. I don't want to lose our live while I'm trying to
No, no, no. If you can add to it, that's fine.
add it.
Like
I'll
I
add
say,
it to
if you're in Killeen and you know where, dang, forgot the name of the event center that quick, but we're in Killeen, and like I said, we do it every Tuesday, and we do it every Saturday morning. So we try to assist as many families as we can. Of course, some people. I mean, we do a lot of out and about face to face prospecting too. So
Mm.
some people they come and you know they come and see what we're talking about, and then some people they looking at you like you're crazy. But
Right.
that's just a bus. That's just when it comes down to promoting yourself. Period. That's just the muscle you have to build. So it's okay.
Okay. Well, I
It's
wind up,
okay.
yeah, probably add that to it. So, but in closing,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's if you know the event center called Endeavors, Endeavors in
right,
Killeen off of Fort Hood Road. That's where we're
right.
at every Tuesday and every Saturday.
That's in that plaza right there on
Hmm.
yes, yes, yes. I know exactly what it is. Yeah. That's by the toy store.
You know what? So we were having a meeting, right?
Oh,
And one of the young ladies in our business, she was like, "Well, how are we going to have people take us seriously if we're over here by the toy store?" I said, "Well, I'm thinking to myself, I didn't say this out loud. I have to work on not saying things out loud, because I don't know. Sometimes I have to be like, girl, put your filter on, my goodness. But I
yeah.
wanted to say, well, if they worried about the toy store and not worried about being financially free, they worried about the wrong thing.
Wrong day.
So
Yes. Yes.
you better
All
be
right.
look, come over here and learn about financial freedom. Then you go over there and do what you need. But come over here first.
Exactly. Exactly. Most definitely. So I
Don't get
just
distracted.
don't get distracted. Stay focused. So for the viewers that's watching and all that stuff. So there's anyone can wind up taking a test and studying for it. You guys provide help. You're there to help them the whole and system the whole
They were
every
coming.
step of the way. So
She said, "I bet they remember where to come." Not only that, I am looking for some. I, I am looking for some people who are looking to change their lives, who are looking to change their family lives, and who are just really ready to just make a change. So I am looking for business partners. I am looking for people who are um, looking to get into the life insurance money and see how it can not only help families but also help their family by building their wealth and things like that. Because one thing about it, I truly do believe if you're in the business of helping people, you you'll always be prosperous. I just feel that way.
right,
I'm not saying giving your last to everybody, but if you're really in the business of helping people and helping meet a need that a person has, what the products that we have as far as life insurance, you'll be prosperous. That's how I
right.
feel. That's what I feel. You just got to put in the work. So,
So
yeah,
there's someone out there that's watching right now and like to be a part of your team. How do they reach you to see about joining your team to be a life insurance agent?
they can reach me at Facebook at Latanya Tay Jones. Just shoot me a message in Messenger. My Facebook page is open. I also have it there for you to see it, see everything that we do. I have a lot of content there. So you're more than welcome to send me a message and we can just get up from there.
Right. Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to leave with our viewers or people that's watching now or ones that may be watching later before we close out? Anything that we
Yes,
may
I am
not have
not.
covered?
Yes, I'm saying this. I'm not saying do not take the benefits that you have at work. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not pushing that out there. I'm not pushing that objective. But I will say this. You need to own your own policy, whether it's a small policy or whether it's a, something that you want to have structured for investing. You need to own your own life insurance policy because owning your own policy is what's going to really help you have financial freedom in the event that something happens to you, or in the event that something happens to you at your job and you have to wait a couple of months before that short-term disability kicks in, you know. So you'll have something that'll be there for you. So own your own policy. It's very important to own your own policy.
Yeah. Customize it to the way you need it, the way it fits you, and everything
That's
like
right.
that. And get it as young as you can, so it can be
Hmm.
you know cheaper. So to go and say it just like that.
Well, I mean, yeah, cheaper is not bad. Having
Right.
something cheaper is not bad because at the end of the day, you can probably afford to continue to pay $30 or $40 a month instead of you
Mhm.
paying $200 to $300 a month because you waited till you were on near 80 years old to get life insurance.
Right. Right. And once
So
you become an agent, is there a fee to renew your license every year or every 2 years or anything like that?
yes, you do have to renew your license every 2 years, and you do have to continue to do your continual education. But as long as you renew that license and keep that license up, you won't have to worry about retaking your test. Yes, I got my kids at 6 years. That's awesome. As soon as they get that social security number, go ahead and get them a life insurance policy. But yes, you do have to renew your license every 2 years. But people look at the cost of things like that. But think about it like this: you took
Yeah.
one test, and you have to maybe renew your license every 2 years. But you're able to work in every state that we have in the United States
Mm,
if you want to sell life insurance in that state, and you do not have to take a test in that state.
that's good. Income
All
is
you have to do is
unlimited.
pay your It's unlimited. You can work anywhere as long as you got internet and as long as you have your license and you have electricity. It's fine.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can work anywhere. So I mean, to me, it was a very good investment. It was a very good investment.
Okay. Classes over on Tuesdays and Saturdays at Endeavors and Clean, right by the I don't know the name
Don't
of
do
that place,
that.
but
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna do that because if anything, I would want the guest that's been on my show, the Pure Romance Consultant Andrew Moore, to
Oh
keep it
yeah,
half a
don't
horse.
go there. We know a lady. We know a lady. You better not go over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we know a
We
lady.
keep it. We know a lady. We keep it in the house over here. We know a lady.
Exactly,
Don't go over there.
exactly. Yeah,
No, she a
we
pretty
gonna
lady
give her
too.
all
Pretty
of the
beautiful
shine.
woman. That's right.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful black woman. You better go to her. You better not.
Yeah.
Don't let me catch you over there.
I mean, she definitely did give us some education when she was on Wizard of Talk
Ah,
about the toys. I'm trying to told you.
my
So,
goodness.
but
No, it's by
but
Omar and Big Lots, but on the other side.
yeah, but to get back to it though, it really is really is important. And hopefully people watch this and they like it and they share it because we got to get you insured, because you have a
Yeah,
family out there. If you the breadwinner, you pass on,
definitely.
then you leaving a struggle for everybody. And it's a lot more to it.
Hmm.
It's just a lot more benefits to having that life insurance policy that can help you out with a lot of things, even with the building of the cash value and all that in terms. So
Oh
we got to
yeah.
push that and get it out there. And then to the people to the entrepreneurs out there, I mean, the income is unlimited because I'm telling you, I know a lady that was back in this was probably 20 years ago and she was in six figures. So I don't know if she's still alive or living, but ain't no telling what she's in now because the internet wasn't as booming like it is now. So
My mentors, who opened up an office here in Killeen, Texas, I'm gonna shout them out. Joe Walker and Crystal Joe Walker.
okay.
They're on their way to making seven figures right
Mm,
now doing life
yeah,
insurance. They've been doing this for about 6 years, so it is lucrative.
Right.
It is
Right.
lucrative. They haven't worked it, they have not clocked in and worked for another person within the last 6 years.
Right.
They're able to take care of their family, not just their intimate family, but family members, and they're able to do other businesses that they have too because of life insurance. So one
Right.
thing about it is, I mean, I see it every day with my mentors, and then another mentor of mine, he works part time. His name is Roscoe Works. He made $50,000 part time.
Mm.
Okay, selling life insurance part time.
Yeah.
There's most people who do a part-time job and they may get $2,000 or $3,000. This man made $50,000 part-time. So when I
Mhm.
tell you the stories are there, there's people who I have another business partner. Her name is Alexandra Edwards. She moved all the way from Pennsylvania, from Philly here
Mm.
to be a part of, of this movement or whatever.
Right.
She's making bank as well. She
Yeah.
is making bank as well. She had her 50,000 K as
Right.
well and continue to rise and build her
Right.
team. So when I'm telling you,
It's
yeah,
it's money. It's
yeah,
money to be made, and just like Ms. Moore said, we can go at any time. So better to
oh
have
yeah,
insurance than to not. And she
most
said, "This is who
definitely.
set me up." So I'm not sure, Ms. Moore. We didn't kind of went past that. I think you may have named someone that may have set her up or something like that. But and I'm sure that the people that's making these figures, they're still there for if that person calls in or need any assistance. They just not made their money and then didn't send them on. They right
No,
there
we're
still.
not. We're
Yeah.
not somebody on the internet. When I'm telling you, I'm your agent for life. I'm your agent for life. You can come to me. I have a coworker who bought a policy for me, and she was like, she had left the state, and I was letting her know. I said, look, my dad had that insurance. I heard other people having that type of insurance. You need your own policy. I was on her
Mhm.
for about a couple of months and she finally folded and got her own policy. And I mean, I check in with her to make sure everything's good, things like that. Everything's okay. And it's not always about checking in with them to just see how their policy is going. Check in with them every now and then to see how life is going. Like, hey, so how's everything going? How's the kids going? How's the grandkids? Everything all right? How you doing? How
Right.
you doing? If you keep that communication open with your clients, you'll have a client for life and they will, oh, Crystal Walker, yes, ma'am. That is my mentor. Yes, yes, yes. She is my mentor. Awesome. Yes, ma'am. All right, Miss Moore, I see you. But yeah, no, she is my mentor. Awesome lady. Awesome little
Right.
fiery lady. Yes, ma'am.
Right.
But
Well,
no, keep in contact with your people. Keep in contact with them. Check on them. See how they're doing. Because one thing about that is keeping in contact and keeping a genuine relationship with your clients. You know what that helps you get? It helps you get more clients because they be like, you know what? This person helped
mhm,
me. They always, they check on me from time to time again. I want to
mhm.
refer them to the people that I know because I know that they'll
Exactly.
take care of them as well. So yeah.
Right. Right. So
Hmm.
anyone out there that's needing just a little extra income, I didn't already turned the page, but I think we said it was like what $400 or something like that.
You're looking
Uh,
at about a $400 investment. I'm just speaking this for the state of Texas because every state is different. Um, she said, I don't play about mine. Yes, ma'am.
right.
Every state is different. So every state is different. So it may be a little bit more because of the licensing fee or whatever like that, or a little less. But we even have people, agents over there in Puerto Rico. So even
Mm,
though Puerto Rico is part of the United States, I mean, we have agents over there in Puerto Rico that are basically helping their loved ones with life insurance and things like that. But we help people all over, all over. So, but we are stationed here in Killeen, Texas, and the
right.
company is New Modern Wealth. We are associated with PHP, Keep You Helping People, and my name is Latanya Jones, and I would love to help you and your family get covered, whether that be a life insurance policy for yourself, your children, or even helping you with your retirement so you're not losing any money from your retirement, rolling that over to an annuity. So just
Exactly. Exactly.
just
And
contact
I'm
me
a
on my
little.
Facebook.
Yes, yes. Reach on your Facebook, and I'm gonna apologize because I hadn't figured out how to go ahead and post that flyer yet because I'm still
Oh no,
kind
no,
of
no,
new
it's
with all this
okay.
myself. But we'll
Matter of
definitely
fact,
get
I
it
have
out.
a new one. I'll be posting that on my page as well. I have a new one that I keep posted, and you come to my page. All my Like I said, my Facebook page is open because that is my business page.
Okay.
and we give out free information. And I always have that flyer posted. So, and it's always going to be every Tuesday and every Saturday. Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. and Saturday at 10 o'clock a.m.
Right.
So we
All right,
always
y'all.
give out those classes.
Let's get that life insurance and let's become an entrepreneur and get
Okay.
that extra income. And you might be able to go on and quit that 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 or that rotating shift job or whatever. And you're gonna put that work off into it and be able to leave that and just work from home. You may be already working from home, but are you making the 6 figures? Are you making the 7 figures? Who knows? So it all depends on you. But a $400 investment can turn off into 6 or 7 figures pretty easy.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I'm definitely thinking about it. I've been thinking about it ever since I don't know. I saw that you didn't been on the show and listed under your name that you was life insurance agent. So I just
Well, I'll
got to
tell
make
you
sure I
this. What are
study.
you? So look, this I'm gonna tell you this. This come out Saturday or Tuesday. I know you have other things that you do, but if you can come out Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, and we have a free seminar every because I think you do something on Tuesdays, right? You usually got something going on Tuesdays.
Well, it just depends. I set my podcast up to my guest schedule, so no, it just a hit and a miss with me. So right now, no, I don't. But but
Okay, well
I can shift
look,
some things around.
I am inviting you out
Okay,
to Endeavors over there by that stove Saturday morning. Inviting you and anyone else who's watching this podcast out this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. I would love for you to be my guest. And yeah, we're just
I'm
gonna
putting it on
let
my.
you know about the.
Go
We're
ahead.
just gonna let you know about what we do, how we help families, and things like that, and how you can actually make this an income for yourself as well. Because if you've been thinking about it, and I came across your way, I didn't come your way for no reason.
Right.
So I'm gonna say
I
that
just put I just put it on my calendar. So at 10 o'clock for the Saturday by that stove.
by that stove by Omar, on the other
Yeah,
side.
on the other side. Well, I'm gonna see about
I'm
that
not
because
about to play with you. So
but
funny.
well, that's about all I have, and hopefully we'll get some people out there and get people to go on and start taking life insurance a little bit serious and
Yes.
get educated on it and learn out all of the benefits that you have, not just for if you die and you buried.
hmm
There's so many more benefits to having a life insurance policy, and the sooner and the earlier you get it, the better. Like Miss Moore said, I believe what she said she had got hers on hers when they was 6 weeks old. So,
Yep.
and that's good, and won't have to worry about it. So, cause I think once
Mm-mm.
they get on different medications, different other things, then you probably got a bunch of up hoops and stuff you have to jump through.
You
So get
have to.
that
It's
life
a lot of things
insurance.
to go through.
Right. You got them
Yep.
cars, you got them Jordans, you got all that stuff. Go on and invest in some life insurance to pass on to your kids. And even if you don't have another one, you got kids, pass it on to them. You're not with your ex, but then maybe your mom can get that. But make sure you list someone as a beneficiary on your bank account and on anything that asks for a beneficiary. Make sure
That's
you list
it.
it so that money not going to the owner of that bank or whoever it may go to. I don't know.
And also, I want to say this too. We do offer free policy lookovers, meaning, say you've been having this policy for a very long time and you just want to make sure because our life changes all the time. You want to make sure you have um, enough coverage
Right.
for you and your family. We do offer free policy lookovers. So if you are looking to have, you need to have your policy looked over to make sure that you have the right coverage, to make sure everything's on the up and up. We do offer that as well.
Okay. And one of my last questions here is so what's the dress code for if I come up there on one Tuesday or one Saturday? What do I have to come in a suit or what's the dress code?
No, business casual.
Business casual.
Just a nice shirt and some slacks.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
now if you want to come up there,
Right.
a
Okay.
little
Well,
snazzy, you can do that too.
we can do that too. So it's all on however I
Yeah,
want to do it. Okay.
yeah.
Well, that'll
You don't
work.
come up here looking crazy. That's what
Okay.
I'm gonna say. Cause we gonna have to look. We gonna have to do your thing outside. Cause they gonna let you in. They gonna let you
All right.
in. And
And
then
how long?
I'm gonna have to get talked to. It's about I don't know. Tuesday and Saturday is about an hour.
About an
So be
hour.
prepared to yes. So set aside an hour of your time, and that way we can give you the information. It's not rushed. If you have questions, You can ask your questions and things like that. So it's about an hour.
All right, Tuesdays and Saturdays over by that store and clean and Endeavors,
Hmm.
yeah, next to that store.
Yes.
So anyone that's out there waiting, maybe you watching it now or maybe you watching this podcast later, let's get some life insurance. Let's get you insured. Let's get your family taken care of. Let's get your loved ones taken care of. Let's get you taken care of. Even though you're probably saying you're gonna be dead and gone and don't worry about it, but still, let's not leave that burden on
Hmm.
anyone else and trying to start no GoFundMe because some GoFundMe's does better than others, and some I'm not gonna get on the GoFundMe. But anyway,
Oh, and the GoFundMe is going to take it's a profit for share app. So basically, it's going to take a portion of your money that you make. Just gotta let you
exactly,
know that.
exactly.
So yeah.
Any closing words you like to say before we get out of here? Before I give my closing, which I may mess up and I may not, but what you got before we get out of here?
I want to say thank you once again for allowing me to come on to your podcast. I want to thank you for this to come into your platform and talk about something that I really do have a fire for as far as helping families. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to do this. Also, once again, every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. and every Saturday at 10 o'clock a.m. here in Killeen, Texas, we have a seminar to help if you want to make more money or to show you how life insurance can help protect your legacy. That's all. And my name is Latanya, and I hope to hear from you, hear from y'all, so I can be your agent for life.
Exactly. And you can find her on Facebook, send her a message. Her Facebook page is definitely open. Or come to the Endeavors Over Clean. That's on, believe it's on 440. That is in that Big Lot Plaza and other things like that is in that
Mm-hmm.
plaza. So right kind of
Off
right
of
up
Fort
in the
Hood
corner. I
Street.
think there used to be a comedy show place back in the day or something like that too.
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
It
there
used
used
to
to
be
be.
Big Owls too. People keep on saying something about
Right.
Big Owls. So yeah.
So anyone out there that's needs some life insurance has way more benefits. So I just say this: just get yourself educated on life insurance. I've had it forever. Your job it does not carry over when you leave that job. Then you got to get somewhere else
Mhm.
and jump through all kind of hoops and all that stuff. So it's best to have an insurance policy on the side. It
That's
fits your
right.
needs and your family needs, and always have a beneficiary listed on everywhere and anything that's possible. So with that being said, I'm gonna thank my viewers for watching and thank y'all for the comments, Miss Moore. I appreciate you hanging there with us. You know, I'm looking forward to getting you back on the show, but we've already talked about that. So, and it's a couple of other people watching. They may be watching from Facebook and didn't post no comments, but I don't think I missed any. And with all of that being said, I appreciate you, Miss Tanya, life insurance agent, dropping by on Wizzo
Yeah,
Talk. As always, you answer the call without a doubt. And I look
most
forward to having you
definitely.
on again.
We
So
locked
we
in
appreciate
there.
it.
We locked in there. Yes,
We locked
sir.
in. All right. So everybody, it's your boy Paul Wizzo. We're gonna say holla at your boy.